You are at the right meeting.
I am, thank you.
Okay. Moving on to number 2. Chair McKenzie, you're on the agenda for a report.
I am, and I believe that I'm going to go over to the podium there. Mr. Rentschler, is that correct?
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Trying to follow instructions better these days. Madam Chair, I was told that the writing on this resolution was so small that I wouldn't be able to read it. However, my eyes are a lot sharper than staff gives me credit for, or for which staff gives me credit to be grammatically maybe more correct. These are interesting times, Madam Chair, that you and I live in. And I'm here to acknowledge your service as the chair of the Metropolitan Transportation Commission. Now, if you read this carefully, what I was given in the larger type, it says the above resolution was approved by MTC at a regular meeting of the commission held in San Francisco on February 13th, 2019. But what date? What's today's date? Oh, time travel. Anyway, we're traveling forward in time. I'm adjuring all members of the commission under my instruction that they bloody well better vote for this resolution on the 13th of February or they're going to be in deep trouble. And the executive director and I will wreak havoc in the couple of weeks left in our terms of office. So, this is, one might say, premature, but it really isn't premature because y'all may not know, but all of us who are commissioners of MTC are coming to the end of our 4-year terms of office. And by Sunday, we will no longer be commissioners in this 4 years. So change happens. We know change happens. This is not a change that this chair wished to have to acknowledge. This is not a change that I think reflects well on people who have essentially brought Alicia Aquirre's term on the Metropolitan Transportation Commission to an end. And I can speak to that with some feeling as someone who is under attack in Sonoma County, and I make no secret about it. So it's with some emotion, Alicia, that I'm reading out this resolution. It is. This is for 5 years of service on the Metropolitan Transportation Commission. Alicia Aguirre is leaving MTC after 5 years of service, during which time the veteran Redwood City Council member and former mayor represented the cities of San Mateo County on the commission with charm, grace, decency, and fortitude. And in her role as chair of MTC's legislation committee, helped guide the crafting of Senate Bill 1, and this provides more than $5 billion annually for street and highway repairs, etc. Whereas she led the legislation committee's engagement with state lawmakers to craft Senate Bill 595 and the Regional Measure 3 toll measure approved by Bay Area voters in June of 2018. And as we know, providing funding for many other improvements, reconstruction of the 101 State Route 92 interchange, improvements throughout the Dumbarton Bridge corridor, a future Caltrain extension to the new Salesforce Trans Bay Transit Center of hallowed memory. That's not in the, that's just me being a smartass. Whereas Alicia fought to ensure the expansion of US 101 to include both northbound and southbound express lanes, and we just heard recently a robust discussion on this issue, through San Mateo County from Interstate 380 near the airport all the way to 237 in Silicon Valley. Whereas, led by Alicia, the Legislation Committee worked to secure the 2016 passage of Assembly Bill 516, which was introduced by her commission predecessor, Kevin Mullen, and which now requires all vehicles to have license plates, thus making the Bay Area safer by helping the police solve crimes and to ensure fairness to those who follow the rules and to crack down on cheats who steal some $11 million annually in uncollected tolls. So we like that, and we like that work. She rallied support for state bills to promote multiple new housing initiatives, creating a path for current and future generations to be able to call the Bay Area home. And for that, she's one of my heroes. And that's not in the thing either. Whereas Professor Aguirre will still be an active member of the faculty at Cañada College, where she's taught since 1988, in the English Institute and in the Spanish department, and where she earned a position as a Fulbright exchange professor in Argentina. She will continue to be a force in the Redwood City Council, to which she was originally appointed in 2005, and to which she has been elected 4 times. Therefore, now be it resolved that the staff and commissioners, and I personally, thank Alicia for her tremendous contribution to the Commission, the Peninsula, the Bay Area as a whole, and for her positive energy, calm demeanor, a steady hand, and patience that will continue to sustain us all. So, Madam Chair, would you come forward here to receive this? The photo op. There we go. Now, I should say that I seem to have signed this on February the 8th, 2019. This must be my digital signature, I guess. We're still going to be voting on this at the commission meeting on the 13th, and it'll be officially official. But here's your chance to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chair. Thank you, colleagues. I'm so honored to have been a part of this commission for the last 5 years, almost 6. And it's because of folks like you that I leave with so much knowledge. And I was wondering, what do I do with the MTC chip in my head? Well, how do I use that? Because there's just so much information there that I hope to continue to use in the work that I do. And it's been a privilege and an honor to serve with each one of you. I've learned so much about your regions, your passions, your local needs, and in taking those back to what I do. And I don't regret the way I vote. And to me, that's really important. And I can sleep at night for doing the right thing. And I know that I just heard Chair Spearing talk about how sometimes that can bring consequences. But I strongly believe that we need to stand by what we're doing and doing that forward in everything that we do and not just in politics. And I want to thank the staff. I mean, in my heart, I can't thank you enough for all you do, how you've come down to San Mateo County, the work that you've done. I've grown close to a lot of you, and you are the backbone of this organization. So thank you so much, and thank you for letting me be a part of this. And I look forward to continuing to serve our region, and again, with all this knowledge and with your friendship. Thank you.
Jay, can I comment?
She's the chair.
Oh,
I'm done with my bit.
right. You know, I do want to say, you know, I've been on this commission a very long time, and I've seen commissioners come and go, but this is one of the saddest departures that I have seen. You know, I can't fathom why San Mateo mayors removing someone that is really a future leader of MTC, that puts their county at a disadvantage. I just don't understand it. And Alicia just touched on it. One of her strengths, you know, it's easy to vote against SB1, RM3, the CASA. You know, we didn't support CASA, but she went with the motion. And there's consequences to that, but she didn't waver. And you know, you just absolutely have to admire someone that has that courage, but she stuck by what she believed in. And in the resolution, you heard many of the things that she helped champion, but this is not only a loss to San Mateo County, it's a loss to this commission. And so, yeah, Alicia, I want to thank you.
Yes.
I just wanted to echo Jim's comments and share that, you know, it's easy to be a regionalist when you come from a big city, but I understand it's much harder sledding when you're dealing with a lot of smaller cities and towns, and the interests are very different, and it takes a lot more courage. And I'm so grateful for Commissioner Aguirre's courage and the fact that she has continued to stick by what she believes in. And I think it's up to all of us to ensure that we continue that ethos on this board. So thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Scott. I mean, Commissioner Haggerty.
Yeah, many of you know that I can be emotional from time to time. And when Commissioner Aguirre was talking, I actually got tears in my eyes. When Jake was talking, this is a tremendous loss. And I have really enjoyed working with you. And I really enjoyed, well, no, I haven't enjoyed when you put me in my place. As you have several times. So the tears are now going away because I'm remembering some of those times. But I have really enjoyed you as a person, and I think that's the most important. And I share the sentiments of Jim Sperry. What a mistake.
Thank you, Commissioner Haggerty. Okay, moving on. So